Good morning, guys. I thought, just as a quickie, I'd show you how to maybe make some money out of the bin. I throw lots and lots of leather away, so I don't normally do small things, but it's good little projects. Depending on what's in here. There are kids in the other day here, so we got a big square of leather here. Yeah, I could use that. What else we got? It must be fun sitting here. Look, oh yeah, hang on, get another square. Alright, we got a couple of squares and a long bit. Let's go back down here. Oh, hang on, a bit of rubbish on the floor. Let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, right, let's see what we got. So I've got, excuse the bad camera work. Right, that's a few pieces of rubbish. I've got a couple of ideas in my head that hopefully they'll work. Just plug in some power here, and I don't know how I'm going to position the camera. So, I'll tell you what, hang on, I've just thought what I can do with this this square here. Let me just get this camera down. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be back, guys. Okay, now I don't know if any of this is going to work. This is a great wee tool. It's about, I don't know, £6 or £7, something like that, maybe $10–15 in America, Australia, etc. It's a great wee tool you can get from Tandy. There's not a lot of Tandy tools that I particularly like, but this is a great little tool. To start with this tool, what you've got to do is cut a hole in the centre of the leather. Now the easiest way I find of doing a hole, let me just zoom you out there a wee bit. Now the easiest way I find of doing a hole, I'll do it in the big bit first, is you can see this has got numbers and stuff stamped on it. As I said, kids in here the other day doing a little pouch, a sort of game that I do. Yeah, so let me just get that. So in order to get a hole, I just fold it, just to show you, fold it in half again, get it reasonably square, get to the middle of a can, get a pair of scissors, and just nip the end off it, providing your scissors are sharp, of course. Right, so not the perfect hole in the world, and I think I'm going to try a little narrow one on this. I don't think I've ever done a narrow one, so this will be interesting. It takes a minute or two to get this going, but when it does go, it's a fantastic little tool. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing now. Let's see if it works. Yep, that's what happens. I say it takes a second to get it going, but it does go. There'll be no leather left, of course, by the time I get there, but worst comes to worst, I'll go for a bigger hole. Let's see if that'll just give me enough to get it going. The problem is I'm trying to do it so thin, there she goes, that it's breaking to get it started. You see what this does? Great use for a piece of rubbish off the floor. I mean, that piece of rubbish is what, 3 inches by, maybe 4 inches by 3 inches or something. Wait to see what I get out of it. So I'm still pulling. Right, let me just put that to the side there. Right, so what I've got out of that piece of rubbish is a piece of thong, which I'll do a little braid of some sort. Now I'm going to do another one because I think I might need, for what I've got in mind, I might just need it a bit longer. This is rough and it's off the cuff. Yeah, I'm making this up as I go along. It's probably not going to be as neat as something if I took a bit of time from. So again, if you've got some ideas, I'm literally making the ideas up as I go along. This little plait that I'm going to do, I'd do it because I enjoy doing it, from a hobby point of view, or braid rather. But the item I'm going to make I've never made. It's just something that's coming into my head right now. Right, let's see if this works. Yep. It's a bit fragile, this one. So it takes a minute. Worst comes to worst, I've no leather left, and there goes my piece of wonderful scrap. Come on. There she goes. So this is, what's that? Again, 4 inches, but maybe 2.5 inches, something like that. So let's see what we get out of it. Oops, colouring up that one. Okay, more piece of rubbish. This is all sorts of rubbish that goes in the floor. Now I think that might still be a bit short for what I got in mind, but let's see what we got. And this is certainly long enough, this one. So we've got a big long one. Lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. Now this is where I might have to just adjust this camera and zoom it in a wee bit. Right. Okay guys, I moved the camera there. I just felt it might be better at this angle. Let me get rid of some of this. So we've got our, it's nothing to do with short and long, but because of the leather I had, I've got one shorter and one longer one. What I'm looking for is the middle of these. So if I get the middle of that one and the middle of the long one, and literally just do a crossover. So I'm putting the short one on top. Don't know why, but that's it. Short one's on top. So I've done it as a cross. So this is going this way, this is going this way. Yeah. So it's a little cross. I'm going to take the short one to the front, and again I'm going to do a little crossover here. Yeah. So that's it. Little cross. Then I'm going to take this long one here round the back here, in between the long one and the first short one. I'm going to bring it over the top. That keeps it there. Then I'm going to take this long one, I'm going to take it round the back and in between the first two on this side, and then over the middle one here. So that's come across here. It should be fairly straightforward after this. Getting it start's the hard bit. So I've now got, if you like, let me just zoom in on this now. I've now got piece of leather with a piece in between it and then two stuck together. So the one that's always got the piece in between, it's the one that you bring round next. If it's easier for you, just turn this round here. And you can see, hang on, you see I've got a nail here. So if I just put that over the nail, the first loop, right, and see if we can zoom. And I'm lousy at editing, so. Right, I think you can see there now. So what I've got then is I've got two pieces of leather here now, with the big piece in between it again, and then I've got the two that's sticking together. The one that's always got the bit between is the bit that comes round, and in between these two here, yeah, there it comes, and then turn it over so that you're seeing the good side of the leather, the grain side, yeah. So now you'll see on this side I've got the two together, and then the gap over here again. So again, take the top one, bring it round, in between these two, and you're going to continue this all the way down. So again, same gap. So it's the one on the left, sorry, right, that's coming over. And again, turning it so as I'm seeing the good side, pull it snug. And again here. Now these things are generally done better wet. As I say, I'm doing this off the cuff. It's not often I go raiding my bin, but I just thought it'd be a good way of using some scrap leather up if I show you this trick. So again, I'm going to just continue all the way down here. And it's the same motion. I've got the big gap here and the little gap here, so it's the big gap that comes round. All the way around. I'm just hoping you can understand my explanation. It's one of these braids that I do. If I'm standing around, I'm a bit bored. I do it, I take it apart, do it, take it apart. I haven't done it for a while. Yeah, so a wee bit rusty on it. zoom that camera out there. So again here, I keep talking about this big gap and then this small gap. So it's always the big gap when it comes round the back and in between these two here. So again, round, and again round. It's just a way of using up some rubbish, as I say. Sell it, make some money out of it. This, what I'm doing here, once you've done this braid, you can make a braided dog collar. Just adds a fob on either end of it, one with holes in it and one with a buckle on it. Where you go, we're not doing that today, but again, it makes a nice little dog collar. This might be long enough for a dog collar. I don't know how much of this is showing up on camera. As I say, I'm not a cameraman. Every now and again, just give it a little pull. This, incidentally, is a bracelet I'm making. I didn't say at the start. It's because I probably didn't know at the start myself. So I'm just going to make it long enough to go round. When you're doing this, always make sure you're seeing the good side of the leather. Don't look at you don't want to see the bad side at all. It's always a little twist just to get it around there. Yeah, there's tons of ways of finishing this here. I'm just going to do something really nice and simple. Just measure it, a wee bit more. Probably long enough for a lady's lip wrist. Okay, I'm going to say that's plenty long. So you can see the dog collar in this. I'm half tempted to go and do the bits and turn it into a dog collar. Again, as I say, do it wet, yeah, because then it'll tighten up nicely. Especially if you just get a wee roll at the end, it'll tighten up really nice. Right, I think that'll do it, as I'm running out of camera space. So this is me near the, this is plenty long enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this end here. Let's just see if we can zoom out. Ooh. This end here, I'm going to push one of these loops through it. I'm sure there's 100 ways of doing this, as I say, but it's, this is one of the ways here. So I'm going to take one end through there. I'm now simply going to just tie a knot. That's that one. That'll stop that undone. Then I'm going to take the other one through. Just through that loop at the top there. And again, just tie a big knot. If I really feel insecure, I'm just going to do another knot until I feel comfortable. Okay, I think that should do it. Right, so for this end here, I think, let's have a wee bit of design on it. Let's chop all the ends off. Now this is how much I've got left, so I'm sure you can make something else out of it. Right. So I'm just going to make this a wee bit more frilly. I think that's enough. So I'm just going to cut bits down now. I suppose what I'm trying to do is make it look like a tassel of some sort. Now, I don't know if that's pretty or not. Pretty awful, pretty good, who knows. I know it's too small for my fat hands, but that's an easy way of making a bracelet. I'm sure you could tidy this end up. So see, I'm just doing this straight off the cuff. Alright, so let's see what else we found in the bin. So that's, I don't know, what would you get for that? You know, $5.99, and not bad for a piece of leather. I was going to go out for rubbish, so you know, something you can have, sit and do, you're in front of the television. I mean, it's that easy, yeah. And then go and sell them somewhere. Alright, so the next thing I have this piece of leather here. And what I'm thinking, I know what I'll do with that, hang on. I need it to be square. So yeah, that'll do me. Right, I'm just going to cut a piece off here, I don't need as much. Do that, chop that about that distance there. Right, so I've cut a piece of leather. I want a bit of shape in it, that's why I brought this thing over. So I'm going to put that up here, round the kind of middle, cut round it. Oh, my cutting's good today. Do that. I probably want a bit more shape than that, but I think I'll go with that. The next thing is trim that a bit squarer. Yeah, that'll do it. And then do this. Is this all showing up or am I blocking the camera? I don't know if people use these days, but you see what I've done, I've just fringed it down here at the bottom a bit. I got a shape of some sort. I almost want to take a bit more out there somehow, but without getting a pencil. Right, the next thing then is, I would go and get a round punch. I don't have a round punch to hand, so I'm doing the naughty and making a hole. Right, you would go and get a round punch for that. Get a piece of leather. I almost want to put a bit of shape into this because it's irritating the hell out of me. That doesn't look good at all. Maybe not. You wouldn't see what I'm seeing now. Yeah, I'll keep it straight. Right, piece of leather. Make sure you punch a hole properly. Don't do what I'm doing, just stab something through the middle of it, yeah? That's because I'm too lazy to walk all the way 10 yards over there to get the round punch. Alright, that comes across here. Again, just tie a knot in it. I said using the rubbish from earlier again, so there you are, we have a use for it. Tie a knot in it. Tie another knot in it. Get the ends. And then frill the ends a wee bit as well. Same for that one. Alright. Right, what I've made is, if you read books or something, just put that inside your book. Keeps the page where it is. Nice and frilly, as I said. And I suppose what you could do is you could stamp your name down here and stuff as well. But you could come up with better shapes, but I'm just saying it's a good way of getting rid of the rubbish that's off the floor. Right, I found, as talking off the floor, I found this piece of leather as well. So I think I'm going to do another bracelet out of it because it's got kind of bracelet screaming at me. Chop it across there. Hopefully I don't make it too short. You can see I don't bother too much with measurements. Right. Yep. Obviously, unlike me, you'll go and get a ruler and do this properly. So what I want now is, I want a slit. Again, go and measure this properly, don't do it the way I'm doing it. That's one. Right, this is really going to test my memory. Right, I had a big piece of rubbish leather, yeah, so I throw it to the side. I've now cut it into a strip, and in that strip I put three slots. Again, you could simply make that a bracelet, you know, with the 3 cuts in it. Again, just tie it this end here, and then that's you get a bracelet of some sort. What I'm going to attempt to do, and this is one of the things that I've done 2, maybe 3 times, so you got to bear with me. And it's not going to be a great instruction video, but it's the mystery braid, the magic braid, I think someone call it. So basically I'm going to make this up as I go along. I'm going to do a crossover there. So that's my outside one over the middle one, and now I'm going to take this outside and put it over the new middle. Yeah, that didn't work out. So that this outside then, yeah, over the new middle, that'll do me. And then again this outside, again over the middle, so it's left to right. Once I've done that a couple of times, what I'll do is I'll take this piece here at the bottom, and I'm going to feed it through this big gap on this side. That's it. Then I'm going to take this top one, that's going to go over the middle, so that's my right one, and then I'm going to do my left one over the middle again, and now I'm going to spin this through from, as I say, I'm making this up as I go along, so I'm going to spin this through on the left hand side, I think. Oh yeah, that worked. So I've now got it, ish. So I'm going to go again, so I'm going to take this one, right one, over the middle, left one, over the middle, right one, over the middle, and then take this through on, it looks like it wants to come the left hand side. So again, and I bet there'll be, this sort of thing, there'll be tons of good instructions over it. So I'm going to take my left over my right over my left, and then I'm going to spin that through there again and see what we end up with. So yeah, that's worked out, I think. So okay, so I've now done my mystery braid, he hopes. It's all a mess, so what you do is you kind of undo it all. No, I haven't, I've got it the wrong way around. Thought I had it. Thought, wow, that's a bit easy, why is it always went this easy? So keep twisting it until you get it right. This will make me laugh. So where did I get to? There, that's over there. Right, so I'm going to do, that's not right, take that back. Now you get to see my, as I said at the start of this, as you can tell I've not done this one before. I've done this a handful of times. So just again I've crossed over, and one of these is eventually going to come through and fix it. He says, that's it, there you go, I've done it this time. So I've got all my knots up this end and nothing down this end. Sprace it apart until it looks what you think it should look like. And so this is something that you could do in front of a telly as well. Okay, so you can see here now it's almost there. I just want to work out the length for around the wrist, and I will do it for my wrist, which is about there. Do a mark with my nails, chop that off, again chop that off. You want to chop off to look the same, so that this is in the middle a bit. Now again, loads of ways of doing this, but that's your mystery braids bracelet. Badly done, I do apologise, but as I say, it's not one I do. Again, I would normally go and get a round punch. Actually, I'm going to do that. Give me 2 seconds. Crash bang wallop as I throw my tools on the floor. I'm just going to punch a hole in either end here. And I'm going to break the cardinal rule I've got here. I'm going to move my camera for it. You know how to punch a hole. Bounce that. Punch a hole. So punch a hole in that end, hole in that end. We'll use a piece of this. So I'll just trim a piece up. Just me tying my big knots again. So say, yeah, I'm sure you could be a bit more imaginative, use a bit more imagination than I'm using. Okay, that does that. Not that through there. The other side. So I said before, guys, I just what I normally do, come in, pick up the camera, think of something, and I just seen all this rubbish lying around. And I thought, I know what I can do. This little video showing you the rubbish, so I hope it helps somebody. But listen, there are better ways of doing this, but now we have a mystery braid bracelet, which is 2 here. So what we've done, quick recap, we've done our mystery braid, we've done this little plait thing there, another type of bracelet. So say, I think this would make a nice dog collar. I'll leave it long and then just stitch stuff on the end here. So we get 2 bracelets. I don't know, surely again $4.99 each, there's $10. How long did it take me to do it? I don't think you'll sell many of these. Probably better turned into a bracelet, but it's make it look a bit prettier, and it's a page marker, you know, for keeping. So it's just there, and I still have bits of rubbish left, but it's a lot less rubbish than what it was earlier. I'm sure we could use this for doing a plait and make a key fob or something out of it, a little plaited key fob. On the side of that, you could, there you are, just had another idea. Talking of key fobs, what you can do, we've got another piece of rubbish left. And I think I'm going to do it this way around. So again, slot all the way down there. Okay, what I've got, a piece of leather, and you just see me cut it into a lot of pieces here. Roll this up, nice and tight, just roll it all the way around. And what you got is a little tassel. Now what I would do with that, again you're going to hear a bit of banging, hopefully it works. I'm going to punch a hole straight through the middle. I know I'm off camera, guys, but okay, that's me punch the hole in the middle of it. Now, for that, don't know if I got keys with me or not. Yeah, I got my car keys. Just hold that for a minute. Open that up. What not to do with your tools. Get your little tassel. Through the middle it goes. And if Mercedes is watching, I could do with a free car. A free van would be nice, but anyway, okay, there you go. That was a 2-second little idea. I probably missed half of it there, but you can see there that we now have a little key fob thing. Okay, so again, recap, key fob, tassel thing, little bracelet, another little bracelet, and then a page marker. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll find it of use. And don't throw your rubbish away because it can make you money. Cheers.